I had this idea for this video where I talked about the exam session at my university. Oh, look at my cat. Like, I always wanted a cat and now she's here. It's called Salem or Hey, whatever. Anyway, so I had this idea where I talk about like the exam session at the university, and then I literally sat down 3 times to film this video, and I always ended up crying because like the exam session is my crying session. Hey guys, it's Christina and welcome back to my channel. So if you didn't know that before, I study at the University of Transilvania. I'm actually a sophomore. I study in Romania, I study in English, and I study automotive engineering, which is super fun. And the fact that I can study in English is just like really good. Well, most of the time I study in English. Sometimes we study in Romanian, which sucks, but oh well, I mean, you're still in Romania, so whatever. I'm doing my 2nd year of college. Today, I'm literally on the last 100 meters of the exam session. Like, I literally have one more exam and then I'm done for this semester, which is sad and I'm like glad at the same time. I'm sad because that means like another semester went by. Time is like running out of my hands. And then I'm glad because this month was killing me. Like, it was literally the worst month of this year so far. This wasn't a good way to start 2023 at all. So compared to like Americans or any kind of other university that has final weeks, we have final month, which means that from mid-January to mid-February, kind of, we have exams. But it's like spammed out through a month, which honestly sounds so much better than like finals week. But when you think about it, or when you actually have to like live it, it's like literally the worst thing. Because you feel like you have a bunch of time to study and you feel like you can do like everything. Like, you can go skiing, you can like hang out with your friends, and you can even like study and like fit everything into that 1 month. And you actually can. If you do anything else besides studying, you're most likely not gonna pass your exam. So I mean, you have to choose like, what are you gonna do? Study, pass your exam, or like have fun? I have been studying and I have been like dying this whole month, but this is how it began. Right before our 1 month exam session, we have a week, which here is called like colloquium. It's like a pre-examination session. We usually have lab exams and like any other kind of exam that is important to have, and if you don't have that exam, you technically cannot go to the big exam. But this year I haven't had any like pre-examinations because in most of my classes I had to do some kind of project, and those projects that I did amounted for like a pre-examination. So we didn't have like pre-examinations, but in the pre-examination session, 3 of our teachers decided that, hey, we're gonna do the exam in the pre-examination session. I had 3 exams in 2 days. I had French, technical drawing that's done in AutoCAD, and I also had my mechanics. For the French one, I got a 10 out of 10, which is crazy because I don't know word of French, like merci beaucoup. And then the mechanics and the technical drawing was okay because like one of them is on the computer and then mechanics is just mechanics. Yeah, I actually had like a classmate help me, so thank you. Our class technically began this whole exam session super tired, and then we had 5 days to get ready for our math exam, which was also a huge exam because we had a bunch of theory to study. If it would have been just exercises, it would have been so much easier, I think. I honestly thought that I'm a theory kind of person, like whoever can study theory so much better, and it turns out that I'm not. Like, I get exercises so much better than theory. So I spent all of this time on learning theory, which did not help me in the end, and then I literally like learned exercises in like half of the time that I invested into theory. So I was like, you know what, whatever, I'm just gonna focus on exercises. After that exam, I was completely out. Like, I had 5 or 6 other days to get ready for my next exam, which was strength of materials, which is also like one of the hardest classes I had this semester, and obviously I didn't pass because I didn't study anything. I literally didn't. Like, I literally only wrote my name on the exam. And sometimes I feel like you have to make sacrifices because I really care for this class and I really want to know. But if I would have like studied something, then it would have been like barely passing, and I don't want to get like barely passing grade. Like I want to pass. If I have to do an exam, I want to do it good. Like there's no freaking way that I'm barely passing something, although I barely passed math, which was okay. Like at math it's okay. And then after that I had like 5 more days to get ready for another exam, which was economics. I really didn't care for it. I studied a little bit and I passed good. So that like economics was a class that not even the teacher cared for. So I mean, how do you expect your students to care for something that you don't care for? So, and it was a shame because I honestly would have loved economics, but whatever. And then now I'm on the last 100 miles, meters, whatever, of this exam session, and my last exam is gonna be electronics, and I was literally fearing electronics so much because I don't understand it. It's not one of my favorites. Turns out that it's not even that bad, so I think it's gonna be fine. But that's kind of like what an exam session means here for us at the University of Transylvania. I know it sounds so much easier because we have like this whole time period for us to like study and prepare, but the problem is that, for example, in America you have like an exam week. Like it's like finals week, so you have 7 days to do your exams. That makes you study like throughout the whole semester. Here we know that we have like all this time to get ready and prep for the exam, so we usually don't study like throughout the whole semester. Like we go to courses and stuff like that, but like at home most of the students don't study, and I do not recommend that. I think this exam period would have been so much more enjoyable, yeah, I dare say enjoyable, if I would have studied more, because I studied, but I would have studied more during the semester. But that's kind of what the exam session looks like at the University of Transilvania. It's kind of interesting, to be honest. This is the 3rd examination session that I'm doing at the university. I'm just barely starting to get the hang of it, so there's chances that at the end I won't have like any makeup exams. Oh yeah, and if you don't pass right now, you can make it up in September, or you can also make it up next year, but you have to pay for that. You have 1 free makeup exam in September, and then after that, if you have to take it again, you have to pay for it. Actually, you have the exam, which is free, and then you have a makeup exam in the fall, which is also free. Then you have a re-examination, which is also in the fall and which is also free. And then after that, if you still haven't passed, then you have to pay. The chance to make up exams is good and bad also, because like so many people just don't study because they know that they can take it again and again. But for like a person like me who was like tired and just like couldn't do it anymore, it's a really good chance and idea to take it. Well, I better get back to studying because I really want to hold to that promise that I'm only gonna have like 1 makeup exam, not 2. So oh, electronics, here we come. I hope if you're like planning to go to the University of Transylvania or anything, or you're just like interested what it looks like, or like the examination session in Romania, though I don't know why you would be interested in that, but whatever. I hope it helped. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!